Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Alright, we good. Welcome to episode 2. Yo, oh shit, yeah. Now y'all niggas know how I felt.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Are we live? Cool.
Good. There we go.
Already did. Okay, got you.
Excellent. What up? What's good? How y'all doing?
Gosh, I mean, J Rich, why do you have so much energy right now, man?
Dude, I'm sorry I didn't stay up until 7 a.m. knowing that we had a deadline to be ready at 11 a.m., bro. I got a good night's sleep.
And that you said?
Yeah, so that's on you, blah. Feel me, homie?
Yo,
First off,
always working. When do you work?
First off, Josh, please back up from your mic. You sound like a struggling rapper.
What? I'm not struggling.
I work at a college, at a university, and I had to be up.
Which
But
college?
Let's go.
Which college
I'm
you
ready.
work at?
Nick, let's go. Let's start the show.
Yo, it's good.
Yo,
Episode 2.
2, y'all. What up? How y'all doing?
3 Niggas Podcast.
Episode 2, asterisk.
Well, the asterisk, right. Because we had
Yeah.
episode 1, but we about to make this episode 1, maybe. Probably.
You already know.
Fakey.
You know what I mean? What we do.
But yo, anyway,
Um,
how was y'all week? Like, what's up?
Well, as you know, I'm still transitioning, so I'm still a bum right now, but, you know, I'm being positive, applying to
Shout out
jobs,
to the bum
and
life.
chilling with the fam. You're ready.
Now, good.
Enjoy that, B.
Yo, DeVore, how's your week, man?
Yo, man. Yo, this
Working.
week's been hectic. I've been working. Bro, I've been working.
Slave shit.
I was literally in the fields the other day, B.
Well,
I was
picking
like,
cotton,
yo, this is
boy.
what they felt like. Yeah, boy.
Chill.
You call me Cotton Master, man. I was in the field searching for a Pikachu, my nigga. Like, it was crazy out there. Call me Ash Ketchum, B. Yo, it's crazy.
What about you, J Rich? What's popping?
I'm chilling. My week was alright, you know, I'm blessed, whatever. But I'm doing like this thing where like I take one day off of work every week. So like this past week was Monday, so I had a 3-day weekend. So that was cool. But yo, man, let me tell y'all know this, but I just want to say it. Yo, there's nothing like the MTA, man. Like you meet like you see a lot of stuff on the MTA that you don't really want to see, man. Like, you feel me? Like, and like,
Can we explain what the MTA is?
oh, I mean, it's the subway system. Well, you know, yeah, it's the public subway system that people pay an egregious fare to get on. First of all, it's like what, like $2.75 now, right? Well, you guys probably don't.
I don't know. I don't live that life no more.
Word, like,
And this
you
is
guys
for New
don't
York
live
City.
In the city no more. But it's like, I think it's like $2.75 one way. And just, you know, like I take the train every day, you know, to commute to work. And it's always jam-packed. Like, you know, yo, let me tell y'all one thing. I've never seen someone's eyes light up so much when they see an empty seat on the train, bro. Like, they literally be jumping over people, pushing people just to sit in that seat. And they get off, like, the next stop. I'm like, yo, it's not that serious, man. Feel me?
The Asians with the red bag, boy. They be the most hungriest for this seat.
Yo, I've never seen
Them in the big
someone's
joint
eyes
sometimes.
so
I'm like, yo,
wide.
what's wrong with y'all?
It's like they saw like $1 million on that seat. Like, it's crazy. It's funny
Hey, man,
to watch.
I had a long day. Had a long day.
It's
Let me
funny
sit
to
down.
watch.
I bet you they told that to Rosa Parks. Anybody said that to her? She's trying to sit down, boy.
That's
She's
funny.
tired. I guess. But that's good. I guess we could start the rundown.
I mean, so for people that don't know, we are all in 3 different states at this moment. But we all came from New York.
We're Brooklyn, born and raised. You feel me? We the best.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Sure. BX, you already
Like in
know.
Brooklyn,
Let's
so
not lose friendship, bro.
it's cool.
The boy from
Not
Connecticut,
lose-
stop playing. I ain't New York, but you
Crazy.
He said he can't
Stop
claim
playing.
that. Damn,
Yeah,
son.
call me 50 Cent, boy. Call me King. I'm here, boy. I got my little homie Tariq with me, boy. We got the strap. Get the strap.
Tripping. You tripping.
Get the strap.
Live in Connecticut. Stop playing, homie. I've been to
Get
your
the
house.
strap,
Get the
boy.
belt. Get the belt. His mom used to whip that
Get the
ass.
strap, boy.
Been to that house. See?
Come here.
All right,
You got
all right,
6
all right,
acres
all
of
right,
backyard
all
space.
right.
Like, come on now.
Okay.
You got a patio.
Everybody's a comedian.
Young K Hawk, boy. Fuck with me.
Yeah, my man got the fresh cut though.
Yeah,
Look at
yo, I see you with the
boy.
little faded Frank.
I
Yo,
mean-
check that.
Call him military Frankie, boy.
Hey, oh,
Looking like Guile from Street Fighter, boy.
wow.
Take it back. Way
Oh,
back. Back in
yo.
the time.
Yeah.
But yo,
Oh, boy.
so Frank, so since we all in different states, what state are you currently in, homie?
Right now, I'm in Florida right now. Where some of the
Alright.
craziest things happen besides the Bronx.
Alright. DeVore, where you at?
I'm in Ohio. I'm in the cornfields.
Yeah.
Picking that corn. Where you at, Josh?
New York, the Bronx, born and raised, homie. You already know. I
I
can't
said
leave.
I never left the Bronx.
Not yet.
Once you do, you're gonna be like, it's amazing.
Facts.
I got space to drive and move around.
I want to personally leave. Like, I don't want to stay in the Bronx. I don't want to stay in New York, to be honest. I want to move down south, actually.
Well, you did say that.
Mm.
You did say that.
Yeah, I do. It's too expensive up here. Feel me?
Bruh, is it? You gotta pay $275 just to go places.
Yo, on the subway
Crazy.
or the bus, like, come on, like it's not worth it, to be honest with you. I gotta get up out of here. It's alright though.
That's how I feel.
I'm gonna make moves. God gonna bless me soon. Feel me?
Talk that talk, brother. Talk that talk.
But yo, Frank, why are you in Florida? Like, what brought you there, homie?
My fam down here, you feel me? I wanna say some bread. So I said, you know what? Let me just bring myself down here. Say some bread and stuff. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So like, there's no more family for you in New York?
Nah, nobody really there. Well, nobody there. My mom's here now. My aunt's down here. My cousin's down here. He about to have triplets. Crazy.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
God bless. God bless.
Facts.
Word.
DeVore, what brought you to Ohio?
He said,
Opportunity.
LeBron.
It's a word. Like I ain't know that you like LeBron like that. I thought you like Kobe.
Listen, here we go.
And then LeBron
You
left.
guys. I know, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. That's what's up. Keep picking that cotton, boy. Somebody gotta do it.
But you didn't
No,
answer my
no,
question,
boy.
though, homie.
What's the question, homie?
What brought you to Ohio? I mean, I gotta say it again. Like,
Oh,
I
that's
said
not fight, man.
opportunity. I said opportunity, brother.
wow. So that's what we going. That's what we gonna say.
I mean, it's the opportunity to better myself, like on the real. If I put in good time here, you know, for the PhD, for the next step, all the responsibilities that I'll have, it'll be worth it. And you know, y'all in like 2 years, I'm like, yo, Mac, what you doing? I'm like, then I'm here sitting on like 80, 90K a year, boy. You ain't even gonna know what's up.
Bro, I just
So-
need like $5.
You know I got you, boy. Plus, you know,
you feel me?
I got, you know, something else in the works on the law side. You know, I can't speak about my case, but you know, brother, you know,
See that?
I just need
and when I
$5.
get that, yo, if homies be like, hey man, like I tried to call homie, but he didn't pick up. Where'd he go? I don't know. I ain't speak to him in like 2 years.
We try to get you to go to DR with us, but
Oh,
Ew.
actually, yo,
No,
speaking
my
of that,
God.
that's kind of something I
Yo,
want to
my
talk
fault.
about. Not
My
that
bad.
in
Can't stand
particular,
y'all.
but yo, can I pose a question?
Here we go.
pose a question, bro.
Go ahead.
Alright, what do y'all think about people who selectively text? Do you know what I mean by that?
I believe I do.
Yes,
Well, I
do
know
that.
you do.
I do it
DeVore,
every
because
day.
You do that all the time, bro. Yo, Frank,
Bro, I
how
text
many
you back.
times
Don't
this
I?
past week did I ask DeVore, yo, can I Venmo you money to give to Frank? And then not only did he not respond to me, he directly responded to you, ignoring me. How many times did that happen? Like at least 4 to 5 times. I'm like, are you kidding
Maybe
me?
about 8.
Yo, you have to understand, like, I'm really working. So when y'all text me, I look down and I like things, or it's on my watch. Like, I'm moving. Y'all don't understand. I'm working. I'm grinding.
I'm grinding. You hear that? I'm grinding. I heard that.
And then how about when you're not working?
Right.
I'm in the gym.
Oh, yo, this nigga got more.
I'm in the gym, or I'm talking to my shorty. Like, come on, like, yo, man, like, just give me a chance.
Nah,
Give me a
we see
chance,
real
y'all.
thing.
I mean,
Give me
yo,
a chance.
like, you could just say yes. Like that's all you needed to say. Yes.
I said that before I started my statement.
We gotta step outside.
I'm just giving you the reasons why.
Oh, alright. Got you.
Yeah.
Let's really get to the show, guys. Yeah, fucking.
So, not for nothing, the fake producer just showed up. We ain't gonna give him no shine though,
Sound good?
cause he on that J Rich flow. I just sit in the dark, but I got light around me.
Yo, I'm not in the dark.
Myself, but I got light around me.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, bro, you ain't got no light around you, so you know that's your computer light.
Bro.
Stop it.
Yeah, this man be taping in the basement, fam.
Sure, it's the only way. It's the only
At least I
way.
can see like a silhouette of like
It's the only
you
place
can, but I can't see nothing for you. Oh, all right, just open your window.
We don't open windows in the Bronx. Come on, we don't. We don't do that here.
Yeah, it's real. It's real in the Bronx, right? Oh, Jesus. All right. That was cute. I like that. So, Franklin, what's next?
Alright, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about Brown Bronze. I Promise School. How do y'all feel like that would impact the society? Not only just his community, but, you know, other parts of it.
It's bigger than basketball, man. Bigger than basketball. Like
Always
that's
is.
just like the first thing that comes to my head. Like again, like I just don't understand why people would be like, I don't like LeBron. Like I guess like I mean, like they call him cocky or whatever, but like, dude, like he like it's just bigger than basketball with him. Like everything. Like he speaks out on politics. He like donates to charity and like, well, I'm sure like mad other people do too as well. But like the whole bad thing he did, you know, years ago, like the decision, whatever, all the proceeds went to charity as well. So like, you know, like the one thing that he's looked down upon, or like the one mistake he made in his career was for charity. Feel me? So like just this whole like I Promise School, it's to me it's like flabbergasting. Like, dude, like every kid gets a bike, you know.
Yes, peace.
Once they graduate, they get free tuition to the University of Akron. Free tuition. Like I'm gonna say that again. Free tuition. Like free.
Lord knows Sally Bay calling my name, boy. Lord knows Sally calling my name.
Yo,
Man, I
and
encourage
then-
Sally. Boy.
And then like I think the school days are longer, right? I think it's like 8
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
5, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Something like
yes.
that. Yo, and that's important because, you know, like because y'all know I studied criminal justice in college, and like the peak hours of juvenile crime is right after school. So from like 3 to 5, that's where like
Yep.
all the juveniles like commit a lot of their crimes. So like for them to still be in school during that time, people don't know, like, but like I think that's a real important factor, to be honest with y'all. I think that's fucking. I mean, you know, I think that's great. To be honest.
Fact.
I mean, you can curse. It's okay.
Yeah, you right.
You know what? I would have to echo the same comments that Jared said, because, like, for this man, you know, he could be like Jordan and just sit on his billions of dollars and own a team and just speak every few months and just collect his hundreds of millions of dollars a month from selling Jordans, the same shoes, for the past 30 years. But this man literally said, you know what? Everything that I went through in my life, I'm gonna make sure other young men and women don't go through that.
Facts.
Like, I have no father. I'm gonna be a father figure for all these young boys and girls, or I'm gonna put these teachers who are natural role models and mentors for these young students. Like, he is literally doing what we were doing, what people of color, mainly Africans and African slaves, Africans who were enslaved. He's literally opening up universities that for slaves, but he's changing their whole family dynamic. Like,
Crazy.
you was a slave, you went through education, college, and you became or whatever you were allowed to be at that time. Like, he's taking these little boys and girls, and he's saying, you know what, I'm gonna take you off the streets, I'm gonna give you hope, I'm gonna be the most famous player, I'm gonna be probably like the 5 most famous people in the world, or 10 most famous people in the world, and I'm gonna be your founder. I'm gonna show up multiple times a year. You can look to me for a beacon of hope. You ain't gotta worry about, oh, you're rich and your children get to go to school free, because guess what? I get to go to school free.
Right.
I get food in my belly, I got a bike. You are allowing my parents to get their education for free as well, if they never finished high school. Like,
Bigger
this
than
was something
basketball.
that I wish every person that had his type of influence and power
And money.
and the funding
Yep.
to do this. Like, I can't ever say a bad thing about LeBron James off the court, because I never do. Me and Jay Rich always rapped about this. It was just basketball. Why he passed the ball to so and so? Why he missed free throws? Like, it's just a game. Literally, these guys get paid hundreds of millions of dollars to play basketball.
Word.
And instead of just going home and sitting on it, this guy's really making a huge change. And that's why number 45's tweets talking about
Yeah, it was beastie.
LeBron, like, it shows how insecure and power hungry this person is. When you hold the most powerful seat in the world and you still trying to belittle people of color, and it's just like, you know,
Mind-boggling.
this is what living through slavery was like. Like, you had a person in charge of the country and you still felt like you had no rights and you didn't matter because the person in charge of the country didn't matter. And it's just a stark change from where we came from with Obama to where we are now. And it's very disheartening, because like, this country has lost so much standing. But back to LeBron, he's great. I got a lot of fake Laker fans, especially being in Ohio. I see a lot of, so yo, this is crazy. The other day I'm working and like the ceiling started leaking, so I had to call maintenance. And dude came through with like a Cavs hat on. I said, so are you gonna be a Laker fan this year? He was like, you gotta follow the king. I was like,
Yo, let me say
exactly
something.
what I was talking about the other day.
Because
Go
as
ahead.
a fan of LeBron, like, look, I understand what you mean by fake Laker fans, because, you know, you've been a Laker fan for
We know.
long. But dude, like, I'm not gonna be a Laker fan, but I'm gonna want LeBron to succeed. So, like, you know, like, I guess if that makes me a fan of the Lakers, I mean, I don't know, because I can never say I'm a Laker fan, but I do want my man LeBron, you know, to do well out there. I want my man to get more rings. But
Right.
at heart, I'm a Knicks fan. So always, whenever LeBron played the Knicks, I always rooted for the Knicks. Always.
Just like back in college where you always root for the other team.
Wait, what?
Just like back in college, whenever like our school played, we always root for the other team.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. But because I'm a Knicks fan, so I want the whole Knicks organization, to be, back on that pedestal that they was before. Like Madison Square Garden is like an iconic stage, but the Knicks suck. So like I want the Knicks to be back on that stage again. But I also want my man LeBron to do well.
So do you think the Knicks could be one of the surprise teams this year to actually win some games, maybe?
They're gonna win like 2.
Alright, this guy's being disrespectful. 2 games? You want to give him 2 games? Alright, so give me your 3 teams you think will be surprising this year and 3 that will underperform.
Let's see. Let me take a look at teams.
Yeah, get your teams up.
Because I think teams that will surprise people, one being, I think the Raptors are going to be better.
I agree. It's cool.
No, not even the Spurs. I think the Spurs are going to be better than what people perceive, because DeMar's going to be on a mission. Now, what that translate into something? Okay, we'll see.
But like
I think the Bucks might make a jump.
But Devore, but like,
hold on, fam. Let me say my team and then debate me.
I'm not gonna debate you. I just have a question.
Shoot it.
Go ahead. Just give me a chance. Just give me a chance.
Fine, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so all right, the Spurs being better. I mean, I agree, but like, what do you mean be better? Because they're not gonna not make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because but like by better.
So-
what do you mean?
So they were a 6 seed last season, so I could literally see them be either a 3 or 2 seed.
Really?
Wow, that's a big jump.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a big jump.
Okay.
But I can't
Yeah.
lie, that's one of the only 2 teams with like 2 All NBA players on them, to be honest. So I could
Yeah.
definitely see where you say 2 or 3. And you
And
can't
just
count
that
Pop out,
system
man. That
alone.
system alone, facts. That system is beastie, man. Like, you could plug and play literally with that system. And look who they had last year. Nobody. And still was the 6th seed. Beast.
Besides LaMarcus.
I mean,
Greg Popovich,
And I think the
bro.
Nuggets are going to be better too.
Greg
of course. For me, Nuggets is my sleeper team of the,
Yeah.
of the West.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that as well.
And I think the Suns are going to be better than like what we expect because they drafted very well.
They drafted really well, really well. Do you see them
So I
being
think the Suns are like what? Well, like the 14th team in the West. Like, so they could probably go from 14th to fighting for a playoff position, which would be big.
And what teams do you see in underperforming or not living up to expectations?
I see the depending on how Kawhi feels, I think the Raptors could underperform a little bit.
Okay.
I think the Pelicans will underperform given what they did last year. And I think let's go. I think the Blazers are gonna fall back to earth because they were 3 seed last year.
Yeah, that was a beast. And don't want to put this in there, but I'm definitely putting the Lakers in the underperforming section. It might be a struggle.
Ooh.
It might be a struggle for them to make the playoffs, to be honest. Like I was looking at some of the teams. I'm like, yo, this team's a little stacked. Their bench got better, blah blah blah. OKC is one of those teams for me that got better at just about subtraction, and their bench got way better. What other team I feel will underperform? I think, yeah, that's probably like one of the only teams I feel like will underperform. Maybe the Lakers, because everybody else is kind of not that good. If you're getting technical. But word, man. All right. So speaking of fit and underperform, do you think Melo's fit on the Rockets will be a good one, or they will struggle a little with Melo?
I think the big thing is if Melo is going to put his pride aside and come off the bench, to be honest. That's what I think a very critical thing is.
But who would you start in his place?
Somebody else.
Anybody else, to be honest with you. It's just like yo, again, I'm not taking nothing from Melo. He's a great player.
Finesse God.
He's probably gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
No, probably.
But-
He's definitely going to Hall of
He
Fame.
will.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Just like Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Come on, bro, put some respect
let's
in
not
his
get on Dwight Howard because that's a whole nother story. But
Name.
Yes, definitely.
I just think
Hall of Famer.
I just
Be
think at
respectful.
this point in his career, he has more to offer off the bench. Like it could be one of those things where like he doesn't start, but like he comes in the game like at the 9-minute mark, and then he finishes the game out as well. You know what I'm saying? But like I just think he has more to offer in the second unit. You know, like that's just how I personally feel.
Keep Melo on the bench. Don't put him in for crunch time, especially if the game is tight. He'll get washed.
And maybe that's the thing. You can start Melo, but you won't have him finish games. I feel like that could be a alternative, situation that they can have. Find
But
your best defensive lineup.
He gonna hate that too. Like I feel like there's no pleasing him anymore at this point. Because he still thinks he's like that superstar player that he's like the franchise player, and then he's not, to be honest.
Well, it seemed like
anymore.
his biggest gripe is coming off the bench. So if that's the case, yo, bro, I start you, 20, 25 minutes if that's the case, and you won't finish the game. We have to come to some type of middle ground here because, bro, you're trash on defense. In most games, coming down to defense, and you're not gonna. I mean, they're probably gonna be a high-scoring team, but at the same time, those defensive possessions are the ones that win the games for you.
I completely agree. Completely. There needs to be some sort of compromise. There needs to be some sort of sit-down discussion. And like I said, in in the last episode, like I feel like Melo would be more willing to like compromise, being that Chris Paul is his friend. Feel me? Like Russell Westbrook, Paul George, they're not really friends with Melo, but Chris Paul and Melo are friends. So I feel like Melo would be more willing to give like his listening ear to like what Chris Paul has to say. And also they went to the Western Conference Finals, took Warriors to Game 7, feel me, and they would have won, in my opinion.
And they should have won, but they lost.
If Chris Paul was still playing. So I think Melo would take all those things into consideration. Like, yo, I do have a real shot here to finally get that ring. So let me listen. Feel me? That's what I think.
And also, the Rockets are looking at Kent Bazemore to bring along with Melo, probably in a trade. And they're also looking at J.R. Smith.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw
I
that.
heard that for J.R. Smith. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Are we teaming those two back up together? That'd be cool. I guess.
I like Bazemore.
Anything
though.
is possible, fam. Especially in Houston, anything is possible, boy.
Anything, baby. You already know.
I mean, I think D'Antoni had a lot of good success, his first 2 or 3 seasons with the Rockets. What NBA coaches, brand new NBA coaches that you feel will have some good success? You got Fizdale in New York, Mike Budenholzer in Milwaukee, Dwayne Casey, Detroit. So out of those, who do you think will have the better season and who will make the playoffs?
I think in Detroit, Dwayne Casey, I think he could really bring the best out of those 2 big men.
Yep.
Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond, and hopefully he can make Reggie Jackson listen.
I agree.
Anyways,
But, like, Dwayne Casey was coach of the year last year and he got fired. Feel me? Like,
yeah, boy.
Like,
Hey, man, anything is possible, boy.
yo, come on. Like, I think Dwayne Casey is a great coach. So when you first asked that question, I was leaning towards Fizdale, but then when you said make the playoffs, I'm like, oh nah. I don't think the Knicks are.
No, those are 2 separate questions. So I think who do you think will have the better season, and then who also do you think will make the playoffs?
Well, that's kind of like both questions are related, because if I say the Knicks have a better season, then they're gonna make the playoffs. Feel me? But like,
Okay.
no. I mean, well, you mean better than like
Yeah,
their season
like-
last year?
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. I absolutely think the Knicks are gonna have a better season than them last year. I think Fizdale is a
Without
great
KP?
coach. Huh?
Without KP?
Yeah, I feel even without KP because I feel like Kevin Knox will definitely fill that void because, man, this boy can really score the ball, man.
Yo.
I feel like with a coach like Fizdale who develops talent really well,
Correct.
it's
I
going to be a really good fit for this team, especially when KP come back. You don't even have to make him come back this year. You let Knox give him the whole year to grow, and I feel like, man, he's really going to take a jump. Almost on some Jason Tatum type. Ben Simmons.
Yeah. And he's not shy, because like I don't know if y'all saw it, but like didn't he make that tweet about Carmelo or something like that?
Yeah, it was
like,
actually he posted on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, Instagram. He commented on the photo. It wasn't. I feel like it wasn't a diss. All he was saying was like, yo, if Melo plays like that during the season, he win MVP every year. I mean, it's true. Melo
Melo trains
in
like
the
that
summertime.
every summer. He can't. It's easy to be nice when it's a one-on-one, fam.
That's what I said too.
Just because it's true doesn't mean it's not shady. like you know, and he's also like a rookie, so like I feel like oh word, like I I mean I like what he said, like but so like
You can
I'm
be
just
mean if
saying
you're funny.
that like he doesn't seem shy, so
You better not. It's New York.
also true.
Speaking of New
But
York,
I think the rap.
I got my fault.
I mean, like, no, because like when you talking about new coaches, I think let me see, like Fizdale's gonna be great, and Casey, and that's all I really think who would actually do a good job.
Yeah.
I think Mike Budenholzer would also do really well in Milwaukee. The only thing is I don't know how he's gonna get. Let's not forget he was coach of the year with the Atlanta those 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, and
but
then they got swept in the playoffs.
Yes, LeBron did. LeBron swept them. That's different, bro. It's not like somebody else
so
swept
did the
them.
Raptors.
Yo, that's grinding.
He said that with some force. They got swept.
Right.
They got swept, my
That's what I'm
G.
just saying, like that number one seed don't mean nothing when you got LeBron on your team.
Exactly.
Hey,
And that's the only thing.
right.
Maybe they could have been a better team. LeBron was. Man, it's got
I can't wait for basketball. Hold on. Can I talk about the Hall of Fame real quick. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean the NFL Hall of Fame, because last night was the enshrinement ceremony.
I didn't see it.
And
Yeah, either. I'm not a fan.
yo, Randy Moss, when he was being sworn, he had a tie on that had the name of like black people that have been gunned down by police.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
And
hear about
have
that.
been killed. Yeah. So like as he was giving a speech, it's like he got his tie on, and it's just names like Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, and like so many others. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like he really used his platform to bring awareness. And what he said was that I do this to let you know that we have not forgotten about you, and that we always thinking about you, and that we know that there's inequality still out in the world.
Absolutely.
And I love that. And yo, man, just shout out to Randy for that, man. Shout out to West Virginia, because we know it's tough. Like, when's the last athlete you really knew that came out of West Virginia besides Randy Moss and White Chocolate?
Not much.
White
Not much.
I mean,
And I don't know that because of that commercial back in the day. Because they played on the same basketball team.
That's funny.
Yo, shout out to Randy. Shout out to my man T.O. For crying as he usually does. But you
Yo,
know,
for real.
But what he did for the first time was he was enshrined separately because he felt as though they denied him because of his personality, and all of his stats are top 3 all time.
Top 3.
And then Randy Moss got in on his first ballot, and that's because he works in the media, so he's more liked now. Meanwhile, years ago when he was on the Vikings, he scored a touchdown and took a shit on the Packers fans. But that's another story. But it just goes to show how people get so butthurt in their feelings to overlook greatness and holding a man out because you have a personal grudge. That's why I don't really fucks with like Hall of Fames like that sometimes, because they literally said, no, you weren't nice to us, so we're gonna make you wait.
That's a product of the system, bro, and that's every system we can think of that white people have some type of influence on.
yeah.
They control everything, bro. No matter what we do, no matter what you can think of, bro, they controlling it. What we see on TV, what we eat, what you drive, bro, they control everything, bro. How you vote, everything. Yeah. So don't you think? I mean, for a fact, I know they're gonna do that with these Hall of Fame, these NFL players, because you know how they see them. Slaves.
Sons of bitches. You feel me?
That too.
Yeah, all of that from 145. That's Josh's man's name, man.
What? What you say?
Moving on.
Yeah. Speaking of outlandish
What you
commentary,
say?
how do you guys feel about your boy Tekashi 6ix9ine, and do you listen to his music?
Oh, boy.
Yo, actually,
Here we go.
I do want to talk about this actually because in the past like 2 weeks I've been watching like his interviews, like I was late to the the Breakfast Club interview, so I watched that. Also, I watched his interview with Angie, I think like right after he was allegedly like kidnapped and like beat up
Allegedly.
and stuff. I mean, look, he's a kid. Like he's like what, like 21 years old, whatever, with the rainbow hair, the rainbow teeth. I mean, honestly, bro, like he's
6ix9ine tatted all over your body and your face.
He's doing what I guess not our generation, but the generation after us likes now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, man, fuck that. I don't want to hear that shit, man.
He's being himself and he's making a profit off of it, to be honest. And
Old man DeVore.
huh?
I said old man DeVore. Like, I don't want to hear that shit.
I'm
Get
just
that out
saying,
of
like,
here.
yo, like it's obviously working for him, and people,
Yeah, definitely.
and people do fuck with him. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I mean, like, I don't bump his music, but like,
When it comes on, you can't deny it, right?
yo,
It bumps, bro.
that shit is catchy as fuck, to be honest. My
OD.
nigga, like, yo, play that shit in the whip, and like you gonna be bopping your head, like, oh, alright. Like, yo, like, out like in his interviews, there's like things I found interesting. Like, do you know why he calls himself 6ix9ine, guys?
Yeah, I do. I watched it, but you can tell the word. I know he did.
Well, I mean, you might be able, like, better to explain it, but like from what I got, from it basically is that like 6 and 9, obviously, both numbers are like the mirror image of themselves, whatever, right? So like if I see a 6 and you're standing in front of me, that same 6 I see, you gonna see a 9, whatever. And then like if we switch places,
Shout out to Drake.
you see a 9.
I turned a 6
I see a
upside
6.
down. That's a 9 now.
So like he's basically saying
Drizzy.
that just like put yourself in my shoes. I put myself in your shoes, and like we can see like it's all about perspective.
Perspective,
So
right.
so yeah. So like that's where 6 9 comes from, and I thought that was kind of like actually intelligent, to be honest, because like I thought 6 9 was just him saying that like I like oral sex, to be honest.
Yeah, the kids, you can definitely see the kid is not dumb. Like, whoever's also, I mean, he has some dumb moments, but everything you can do, he kind of is calculated with it. And it's crazy. He's entertaining, and I think that's what this generation wants. People that's entertaining. Not only that's going to give them, decent music, but somebody that can keep them entertained. The stuff he's doing on Instagram and keeping his name in people's mouths is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You want somebody to keep talking about you, and that's what he's doing. And he has all these number one hits, too, so it kind of goes along right with it.
Yo, I'm really surprised how like most of his tracks are number ones. I'm
Like,
wow,
literally
like,
most of them. And it's singles.
Yo,
The
I'm like,
project he
people,
put out didn't get any type of recognition, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, people really fucks with this guy. I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Like, I was reading on Twitter, I was reading on Twitter, like, people was like, oh man, you see a few days, people like, man, this Tekashi kid is gonna kill us. Then the narrative changed, like, after you can see XXX passed away.
Yeah.
He doesn't really troll like he used to anymore. Like, now his trolling is on a different level now. Now he's doing stupid little videos with Trey Songs and doing all this weird stuff. So I'm like, yo, I see he's changing now. Right. Like, now he's changing his whole trolling game now. Because he realized people are really dying over some tweets and talking.
Life is precious.
Yeah. So Devore, but like, what do you think about him? I mean, I already kind of got your answer, but like, what do you feel about your boy?
Be somebody that's on the other side, yeah.
If his song is on, I'll bump it just because, like, I throw that on in the gym and I'm pushing some weight.
Yeah.
You know what he said? I take a nigga, bitch, fucking some shit like that. I'll be like, yeah, let's go.
Niggas iffy, what?
Brooklyn, yeah, hit him with the sticky, what? Something I don't know.
Blicky got the stiffy.
Yeah, there we go. My bad. You gotta speak that language. Sorry. I need subtitles. But I will listen if it's on. I ain't gonna front.
I just
want like go for it. Yeah. Come on.
Yo, and his videos are mad entertaining. Like you just see like a whole bunch of blood and Crip niggas dancing.
And that's what interests you, right?
Yeah, I would.
yeah. Shout out to Back to the G.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the peak times of crime.
But question, Frank and Devore.
Yeah.
Do you believe what allegedly happened to him? Like, do you believe how it like the story that there's like 3 different stories. So like I guess like what story do you guys believe?
I mean, I can only listen. There's his story, there's someone else's story, and there's the truth. I really can't believe anything. Just, I mean, the lie is more entertaining, so the truth really doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter what we believe. It's just what the narrative is and how it's spun.
I thought it was a weird story. Like, you kidnap somebody, you rob them, and then you take them back home to rob them again, to take them with you when you leave. I don't know how that worked, or what kind of new school robbing is this, but I guess.
And then he was able to jump out the car, just randomly, I don't know.
Doors unlocked? Okay, come on, fam.
He said...
Nobody got the blicky with the stiffy on you? I don't know.
Right? Yo, and then, he said when, he was in front of his house, and, they were in his house, taking all his jewelry and money, that he could have left, because he was able to unlock the car door somehow, I think, something like that, and he was like, oh nah, I'm not gonna leave yet because my girl and my kid are still inside, so I want to make sure that they're safe. But yet, how are you making sure they're safe if you're just staying in the car? But anyway, so they came back out with all his jewelry and stuff. Then they didn't let him go, and then at some point after that, he was able to get out of the vehicle. And then
I wonder.
And then he went. Well, this part is true because there is video footage of this part. He did go to a police precinct. I'm not sure what he did, but there's footage of him walking into the precinct, which is also funny too because like in his like song, I forgot which song, he was like, police asked me what happened, like I don't know what happened, but like police asked you what happened, then you get to yapping. So like why are you talking to the?
Hey.
So like,
Bro, I'm not. Look, I don't take anything that he does or do for face value because I remember the whole thing with when he went to Chicago, we're talking about old Chief Keef, I'm in your hood, and it was like 4 a.m, everybody sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like you could record yourself going to the precinct, bro, and and have your story be even more legitimized.
No.
By doing stuff like that. So I don't know.
But no, like he didn't record himself. No, there's like footage from the precinct. Like,
bro, you think you can't just walk to the precinct and can't have you on video? Like, you know something I mean?
Yeah.
Like that.
Wait.
It could be a random day in the week. You know. Let me just go walk to this precinct real quick so they can get me on camera. Like it doesn't show him being hobbled, being shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, like it shows him walking in like disoriented, like he's like limping and like he like leans against the wall, like.
Nigga, I could do that.
All right,
One of the greatest actors of all time.
All right, like look, I'm not saying I believe him, but I'm saying at some point he did go to the police. That's all I'm saying.
Respect it.
Okay.
So you don't believe him?
I mean, I don't.
Okay.
It just seems kind of awkward, this story.
So then
And
why would he do this?
He's doing it, like I told you, to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not trolling how he used to troll with the whole, like, antagonizing these gangster people or whatever. He's now like, you know what? Let me just pretend something happened to me so everyone can realize, all right, give me some type of sympathy, and now I can move
He's
forward.
a sympathetic figure, yeah,
right?
exactly.
Move forward from this whole negative
Can we
connotation.
move forward from this?
Okay.
Now he's doing a song with Kiki with Nicki, which was
Yeah.
but
Fifi.
yeah.
Fifi.
Anyway, please. Speaking of, let's move on. So Matt, what are you listening to now since you don't listen to 6ix9ine?
Well, y'all already know I listen to R&B all the time, things like that. But I listen to a lot of like chill hop. So if you go on YouTube with any type of chill hop, it's like a lot of like just vibes, instrumentals, and it's just like dope beats. Cause like I used to listen to the soundtrack to this anime I used to watch back in the day called Samurai Champloo.
Yo,
and
speaking of that,
like the producer was all like hip hop and those beats. So I've been listening to that, especially at work, because I try not to listen to anything that's like like derogatory, things like that. So I listen to more beats. I try not to listen to anything that is derogatory, because if I'm like, if a student walks into my office and it's like, I get the sticky, hit him with the blicky, then it's like, that's not it. Anyway, so I listen to more chill hop, but I've been going down like this spiral, like on Spotify or like Pandora with like random artists that like all connect. Especially SoundCloud. SoundCloud will take you down a rabbit hole. I was listening to like some grime music, and it just goes to like these artists and they just speaking about their life, and I'm like, and their accent and their like perspective and like their rap music is dope. So like I would listen to like random cats over in London, and I used to send that stuff to Frank all the time. Like, yo, Frank, like, hear this. Especially homeboy that did the beats on.
Oh man, I forgot the name.
I forget his name. It's like, but things like that is more just like obscure. And I asked Franklin for what's hot in the streets these days. Or,
Sound good, cause Frank the plug.
I mean, you trying to drop the gems on the people.
But
people listen to a lot of trash. Yeah, let me guess. But I'll let you go ahead.
No, I guess.
I know Drake is in there.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like as of yesterday, what
okay,
dropped?
let me hear that. Yo, that Travis, Travis dope. That Travis dope.
Yo, rolling, got me started. Yo, my man
Travis, don't do no wrong, bro.
I've been waiting for this album. Yo, Astro World was supposed to drop before Birds. So before 2 years ago, like I've been waiting for this album for mad long, and I fucked with Travis Scott OD, like OD. I still have yet to see.
You
him
have the
live.
same stylist. I see why.
All right, whatever. Anyway, I still have yet to see him live, but like I heard like his concerts are wild. And,
I saw him live.
I believe it. Like I feel like you have to be on some sort of narcotic to go to one of his concerts. You feel me?
I saw him live.
Oh, for real? Word?
Yeah, I went to a Weekend concert. When I went to the Weekend concert like a couple years ago, he was opening.
How was it?
It's not the Travis now, so I would say it's different.
he had a lot of energy. He has a lot of energy, a lot of lights. He's jumping around. He jumped into the crowd. He was singing with the people. I was like, all right, I like Travis, all right. And this is when I was just listening to did he have a mixtape? I don't know.
But like
I don't know, man.
But like
What?
With Travis Scott, like I feel like I would want to go to like his like hometown concert. Like I want to make a flight to Houston. Yeah, because like I feel like he'll just show out OD. Because like he's always shouting out where he's from, so I feel like Houston be like a special show for like Travis Scott. Feel me?
Yeah. Him and his $900 million wifey, right?
Where
It must be nice. Yo, what do you guys consider a classic album? Like, what's your definition of a classic album?
We do know that the producer threw one in there just the other day. What's that? Victory Lap?
Victory Lap. So what do you consider a classic album though? How do you consider it?
timeless.
What for you? Like, what's your definition? Like, do you go back and listen to it? Do you just how?
For me, a classic album is something that just stands the test of time. Because not all classic albums have to be on that story archetype. Like the Kendricks and the Coles, but sometimes it's just like albums that are just woven together. I mean, Kanye's earlier albums, College Dropout, classics. Yeezus, when you go back and listen to it now, you're like,
fire. Because you can play it now, and it's like, yo, wow, this sounds like something that came out in 2018.
And this is back when people was really not. They were like, Yeezus, this is it was me and Frank.
You already know.
Went to the Yeezus concert.
Yo, tour was crazy.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
3.5 hours of Kanye only, son.
Bro.
You wasn't there. It was 3.5 hours of straight Kanye, boy.
We stood up that whole show. Like, my back was on fire after that show, bro.
And where was I?
Yo, my calves are burnt.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Y'all
We don't know where you at.
Oh.
Yo, now it is. Now it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was like the summertime.
Fuck me.
Probably. Sorry.
You catch the next one.
But to me, like a classic album is just something that stands the test of time. Because honestly, like, I'm gonna ask Franklin, does Drake have any classic albums?
Yeah, you could say that. He does. You could say he does.
What? Which one?
That's tough. I don't know. Alright, so for me, I feel like he has a classic mixtape before he has a classic album.
So Far Gone.
So Far Gone is probably one of the best materials he has coming out with, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
How about Take Care? Nah?
Not for me.
Nah?
Like, don't get me wrong, I could play some songs on it for there, and
I like Take Care.
of course.
I know
Shot for me. Look what you've done.
Yo, that's such an emo album. So
Hell
he's such an
yeah.
emo nigga, bro.
Come on, son. Take Care was right before you crossed. Yo, Take Care was that was, Lord.
Wait. So is Thank Me Later an album or a mixtape?
I would call that an album because he put it out.
Because that has some tracks. Fireworks with.
Yeah, Thank Me Later was pretty good too.
Over.
Yeah, but actually, that was the soundtrack of my summer. I was at summer camp getting it.
So what's up? Yo,
That's a classic.
Drizzy.
Yo, Fancy.
Boy.
I like that original, but yeah.
That was actually my Zeta Greek. Yeah.
And Light Up with Jay-Z. I personally love that track.
Light Up.
Yeah, Light Up was pretty good.
Yo, Josh always trying to break down the albums, and I'm like, you know what? You
Exactly.
right. Like the whole Trey Songz.
That's because you be
hot take.
denying it.
You trying to front on my man?
Always
Trey
trying to
Songz.
front.
Like, how dare you?
You know I be you know I forget things, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
but you need to relax.
Bro, we gotta do
man.
better.
You said-
Yeah, you gotta
You said passion, pain, and pleasure was you bugging. That's that album
I'm
was
sorry.
fire.
I'm sorry.
Alright,
Yo, just give me a chance. Just give me a
Yo,
chance.
just let me have a shot. Like,
Just give me a chance. I remember when you said that. That was so funny.
I know it. All I
just-
wanted was chance.
give me a
Like,
chance.
that's it. Just give me some time, please.
Like, yo, just give me a chance. Yo, What happened? Why you started saying that? I don't know why. What?
Good times.
Yo,
Good times.
to be honest, I can't even recall, but like I know it
that was
was
funny, son.
it was a circumstance.
man.
It was one of those where like someone was just coming at me and like, yo, like why didn't you do this or like why you did that? I'm like, yo, give me a chance. Like let me explain myself. Like I guarantee if I tell you why, you'd be like, oh, alright, like yo, but they were just coming at me
man.
like non-stop. I'm like, yo, like have you taken a breath yet? Like give me a chance. Like, yo. But yeah, and then you know it just evolved into you know what it is now. Give me a chance.
That was jokes.
Word.
But yeah, classic albums. I don't know what would be the proper definition of a classic album, Franklin.
I feel like it's all subjective. There's no, everybody listens to different things. And
Yeah.
so, for me, it's like you said, I think everyone can just agree on that, timeless. Like, can you play it 5 years from now and still kind of get the same feeling it puts you back in when you first listen to it, or you get a new feel every time you hear it,
Yeah.
or you listen to it and, you pick up a new bar or something,
Word.
even though you heard it like 80,000 times.
Yup.
This is very true.
Yeah. I think that's important as well as being timeless. Like every time like you listen to it, you be like, oh wait, was this line always there? Like
Right,
what?
right.
Like what?
No,
Like,
for real,
because,
for
like,
real.
Because like it just has so many hot lines that you like grab onto one for like a certain period of time, but then you listen to it again later, you hear another line that you previously didn't pay too much attention to, but like you also realize, wow, that's a hot bar too. Like wow, this is crazy. You feel me? But yeah.
And I find myself sometimes, like, as I get older and I start to learn more things and I go back and listen to certain
Yup.
things that I will understand better, like, oh,
Exactly.
that's crazy. Like, I did not put this
Yup,
and this
yup,
together. Like, I had
Exactly.
that moment kind of with Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor the other day. I was listening to something.
Ooh.
I'm like, yo, classic.
That's my first
album.
concert.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so I was listening to something. I'm like, yo, what? I just got this line and I've listened to this album probably like a million times. So I think things like that make things a classic.
Yeah, I still think Lupe Fiasco's the cool. Whew. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
my album, yo.
Oh, yeah.
God.
His first 3 albums, bro, I can't even deny, like, classic material. Classic material.
Yo, Dumb It
Absolutely,
Down.
son.
Ooh,
Dumb it down.
that is
My
yo.
eyes.
Yeah, nigga. Dumb it down.
Yo, Dumb It
The
Down.
coolest nigga,
son.
what?
Yo,
The
like,
coolest nigga,
How do you
what?
make a
The
song
coolest
like,
nigga, what?
like saying like I'm not as popular because I'm too smart for y'all, but like making a hot track, like what? Like yo, it's
Bro,
like, yeah, like
yo.
it's crazy, like. And he's like, yo, I'm not dumbing down nothing.
Nothing.
Either you fuck with me or you don't. Lupe, I fuck with you.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
He kind of went
Until he
too
went
woke.
crazy,
He
though.
kind of went too woke for niggas, and everybody stopped fucking with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, like he got like samurai
Niggas
swords
started
now
throwing
and shit,
locks
right?
and it was over.
And he started shitting on Obama
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
But I mean, I've
Yeah.
definitely seen a few people shitting on Obama. But that's either here or there.
Yo,
But,
where do you
yeah.
buy a samurai sword from, bro?
Go to a
You
samurai
can-
store.
The store? Yo. Give my man a chance, man. Yo, give him a chance.
A samurai store. Oh, alright. Sound good. I'm obviously pussy. Obviously. Obviously.
if you find a blacksmith, they can make you a sword. So it depends on, do you want one made or do you actually want to go out and find one?
We go find a
Because you
blacksmith
can-
from Google.
Yeah,
Nigga.
you just Google that, B.
Let me just
Yellow
where
pages, be
find
back in the
black
day.
blacksmith?
But like, wouldn't they have to like
Yo,
notify the cops? Like yo, this
No.
dude, like this strange dude came in here.
This
asking
nigga trying to
for
make a sword.
Like,
bro.
Some black nigga came in here trying to get a sword. How many niggas you know with swords?
Hold on.
Yo. I watched a show on the History Channel. It's called Forged in Fire, and it's about blacksmiths. And like, it's a competition show about can you make like the best blade in 3 hours? Can it cut? Is the handle perfect? And like the top 2 people go back to their home forge and they make a weapon from history. So there's dudes out here really making swords and weaponry, and I mean, like, as long as you keep it in your crib, you're good. But you can't just be walking out the street with a samurai sword, like you about to chop people's heads off. and
Follow-up
shit.
question.
But, Yo, yeah.
How many Negroes is on that show?
Yo, a few of them actually won the show. Like this dude from Brooklyn, he won. This dude had a
Nigga
forge in
from
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn that
son.
makes swords. Why don't I
Bro,
not
I'm
know this
so
nigga? Why we not
serious,
cool,
son.
bro?
Because we don't play with swords, fam.
But I mean,
Yeah,
that should
but
be like somebody
like a
that's
couple
like
of our people won.
a staple in the community. This nigga makes swords, bro. We gotta, you know what I
Bro.
mean, put him in the fight.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
get
not
into
playing
shit
with
like
no
that.
with nobody's sword. I'm not playing with no sword, bro.
Bullet, bullet, bullet.
Y'all tripping.
No man.
Y'all tripping.
No man for play with swords. I got you. Yo.
Oh man.
Y'all funny.
But speaking of things
Alright.
that trying to get our brain going and find a passion, let's talk about this whole Negus and the mental. Let's talk more about positivity and how to remain positive in negative times.
Yeah. I actually wanted to address something that Devore said during the first episode. Do you mind if I speak, guys? Or
Now, do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm asking you, Josh. Don't talk, bro.
oh, my fault. All right, cool. I'll maintain quiet. Remain silent.
Now you can talk. Now you can talk.
All right, appreciate you, bro. All right, now
Get sticky and hit him with the bushy.
Devore said something that I just wanted to dive in deeper to. He was like, we were speaking about like how to maintain positive, right? And he said something along the lines of, if you see something negative or something gives you negative vibes, then turn it off, look away, do something else, or pick up a book. Does that sound familiar to you, Devore?
Yes.
Yeah, because you said it. But so
This nigga took notes.
so
Imagine you said
I just want to ask, and I would like to discuss, what do you do if you don't always have the option to turn away from that negative thing? Like, what if you
Or can't read.
or you can't read? Yeah, I can't read. But like, what do you do? Because like sometimes you don't always have a way to get out of the negativity at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't always avoid it. So like, how do you tackle that negative situation when you have to face it head on? I would like to.
Do you pick up the phone?
What do you mean?
Like call somebody?
Well, no, I'm asking
Talk.
you. Like, what do you do?
Well,
Or,
me
like,
personally?
Yeah.
I pick the phone up. And like that's when I be hitting people up randomly. I'd be like, "Oh, what's good?" I'm like, "Oh, what's up, fam?" Like, yeah, you know, I'm just chilling. I mean, usually I pick up the phone, or I mean, what I do sometimes, but I don't do it that much. I let it wash over me. I'd be like, "All right, so what's going on? So this is negative. This is what's going on." I deal with those feelings at the moment. If I can't play ball, which I haven't played ball in a long time, I work out. If I can't work out, go for a drive like I used to do back in the day, and you know, just take a drive and go somewhere and just get my mind off things. Because I be feeling trash, but then I'll take a drive, and out here I'm driving for miles to get to anywhere. So you know, our process is going on, and then you know if I can't compartmentalize it in time, then I reach out. But usually I do a good job at packing all those things away, exploring all the options, and feeling better out of it. If I don't feel better, that's the issue. I think the last time I really let something hit me and it kept me down was when I was in my dorm room for months following, you know, such things. And Frank was like, "Yo, come out." And you and Frank was like, "Yo, come through." And I was like, "Nah, I ain't going."
Boy, I remember that time.
Yeah.
Jesus
Listen to
Christ.
Sade all day.
Oh my goodness. God.
Yeah. So okay, yo, Devore, I think those that was pretty good tips, cause there's been times where like I just take a drive like in the middle of the night, throw on some soft music and just drive and think. And
You soft.
what?
JK.
Sound good. But also what I've been like trying to do, because like as like we stated last time, thinking positive is like an exercise. Like, yeah.
It's a skill, fam.
And
It's hard
skill,
sometimes.
and you need to like do it often to get good at it. Well, I know me personally, because like I'm just overall like a negative person. Like I always think about the negative, like always think about like what could go wrong first. You know what I'm saying?
So you're pessimistic.
Yeah. So so what I've been trying to do lately is like when I'm confronted with negative things and like I can't avoid it and I have to face it like right there, right then. What I've been trying to practice is just think about it in a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like that quote, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So just like,
come on, quotes.
Just trying to think about it in a different way. It's like a mind over matter type thing. So right. I can give you like an example. Like, I don't like my job. You guys know I don't like my job. I do not like it at all. So I do complain about it like a lot, but like when I do catch myself, like Josh, like, all right, come on. So I do try to remind myself of the positive things. So like I remind myself that I have a job. You know, like there's a lot of people who don't have a job. Right. I don't get paid, like 6 figures, but there are a lot of people who who don't get paid as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? So
or at all.
Or exactly, or at all. I'm grateful that I have the ability to work. I have like 2 legs. I have, like my body functions, my mind functions. So like I'm able to do my job. Like thank God I'm not disabled. So I'm thinking about that. So like, so like, and like I'm sure there's more people who hate their jobs more than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like there's worse jobs than mine. Like there's jobs that I just wouldn't do. Feel me? But like people are doing them. So like I just try to think that like I'm grateful for like all those things. Like those things are like simple. So like I just think like when like you're confronted with something negative, like you just try to think about it in a different manner. You know what I'm saying? And like or if something bad happened to you, say good. Like I'm glad this happened to me. And then just think about what like how you can grow from it or what that bad thing taught you. You know what I'm saying? You can say good. I'm glad it happened.
Bro, I have a story about that. So my coworker, he was arrested for failure to appear in court for like a ID change, like your little driver's license. They put him in jail for 24 hours on a misdemeanor A or whatever, or 3, whatever it's called. And that day he was like complaining because he was like, okay, I gotta do this at work, and then he said when he went to jail, he was like, like I'm here for a reason. God has me here because he's he's like a choir director and he's like the minister of music at his church. So he's like, okay, I'm here for a reason. And while he was there for his time there, he was like listening to the people's stories and how long they've been there and how they've been in and out of jail. And how like this 19-year-old, he's gonna get 4 years for Grand Theft Auto, and how he missed his mom's birthday, and he got into a fight, so he couldn't even call his mom on her birthday. And he said that being in jail put things in perspective for him. Like he was like, I was complaining about my job, but when I was locked up and they said lights out at 10 o'clock and they turned those lights off and that big fan went off, like woof, woof. He was like, I would rather be at my job doing that task that I was hating on doing at that time. So, it's all perspective because there's people whose lives are ruined right now and they're younger than us. For instance, just last week, a young man, 21 years old, outside my institution's parking lot. Like the students like to be outside, play their music and socialize, and sometimes they indulge in, some medicinal and some, beverages of the adult variety, and they may not all be overage. So the one young cat, 21 years old, was caught with 2 open containers in his car. He allegedly almost hit the officer with his car, which is a weapon at that point. So that's 1 felony. His license was suspended for DUI, a 2nd felony because he was operating a vehicle. Come on. And then he had like some other felony for something else. Damn. 21 years old, 3 felonies, 4 counts, and he's locked up. And then the white officer that came off campus, like the sheriffs in our county, came in and was like, oh, if that was me and you was moving your car, I would have smoked you. He said I would have blew your fucking head off.
It's crazy.
I would have smoked you. And that shit hit my heart. And I looked at like the officers at our campus that are black and some of our security personnel, and we all looked at each other like, yo, this nigga This white officer literally just said, I would have blown your head off for moving his car probably like a few inches forward. But it's like, yo, we're moments from death all the time. We don't even know. And we're here complaining, and it's people just out here living their life, and the next minute they're getting their head blown off.
And that ties into my fault. That ties into that whole stress thing too. Like, as black men, yo, you don't understand. Sometimes we go through so much stress that has nothing to do with us. Yeah. Just walking, being in the car. I don't know if you guys do this, but me being in the car, sometimes I'll be driving, and like I don't looking for cops, but when I see one, bro, like something in me kind of shifts, and I'm like moving a little different. I don't like, it's crazy. Yeah, no. Like, I just kind of be mad self-conscious of that shit, cause I'm like, I'm my mom's only kid, bro. I cannot go out like this.
OD, son. That's like that shit kept me out of gangs, fam. I am my mother's only child.
Same.
It's just me and my mom in New York. The rest of my family's not in the state. Like at a very young age, I was like, you know what? It's me and my mom's. I'm gonna move in silence. And I was in Far Rockaway, where niggas get blown away at 8 o'clock in the morning with shotguns, like regular shit. Yeah. Like, like a homie that I went to middle school, he got blown away 8:30 in the morning with his brother. Just 8:30 in the fucking morning. Niggas was out for revenge.
Niggas even eat breakfast yet. That's crazy.
Niggas ain't even eat breakfast yet, son. Niggas are dying in the streets. Got shot in the chest. 18 years old.
And we over here complaining about, something simple like, damn, like my job. But you know what? Exactly. So like.
But it takes conversations like these to really make us appreciative of where we are, and knowing that in 5 to 8 years, niggas gonna be either with their wives and girlfriends finally, and niggas gonna be making like like 6 figures. Niggas gonna be making like 6. Niggas gonna be making money and like moving, yo.
I just do want to drive home like one point though, like it's like no way. Like, am I trying to say that, like, just, I guess, like, thanking God or just reminding yourself of your blessings or what you do have? Like, I'm not trying to say, because it doesn't always, like, put me in, like, a better mood, like, immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, like, it's not magic. Like, oh, yeah, now I'm great. But what it does do, it just, like, over time, it becomes a habit, and then... And then, like, it's just a more positive way of thinking, so like you can tackle the negativity in a better way. You feel me? Like,
definitely.
Yeah, like that's what I'm just trying to say. Yeah. Like, just like.
And to piggyback off of that, my fault. You can finish. My bad.
No. Go ahead.
I said to piggyback off of that, like for me, I believe in balance. Like that's one of my things that kind of keep me grounded. Because I know every time something good gonna happen, some bullshit's gonna happen. Like it's just the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I always keep that in my head, like, yo, you're gonna go through all these rough patches, this negative things is gonna happen to you, but you're gonna understand it's not gonna happen all the time.
Exactly.
It's just the moment that you have to go through. You have to go through the bullshit. You gotta fight through the bullshit. And I kind of use it like, just use the analogy. It's like fighting through screens. It's like, the screen, you can call the screen out so many times, it's left on your right, but you gotta either fight through it, and you have to fight through it if you want to, continue being the best defender that you want to be. So I see the same thing with life. Like, you gotta fight through the bullshit. It's gonna happen. You just gotta fight through it and understand that, all of this is happening for a reason, and you just have to figure it out.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Because, like, bad stuff doesn't happen to you all the time. Like,
Correct.
like you might think it's bad, during that time period, but like, come on, like, is it really you, or, like. Just like change your way of try to change your way of thinking about it, because like not every bad thing, like there's like levels to the bad things. Like not every bad thing deserves you to be like, oh my God, like damn, my life is over. You know what I'm saying? Like also like don't be so quick to like get frustrated or quick to be like, damn, like my life sucks. Like again, like I'm trying it. I don't always succeed. I do have my moments where I'm like, damn, Josh, like you complaining a lot. Like you have a lot to be grateful for. Like think about those things, and
Definitely.
that puts me at a better position to tackle the negative thought or negative thing or negative whatever that's in my way. So That's just all I'm saying. Just put yourself in a more positive mindset so you can tackle it better. That's what I think.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right.
That's just
Cool.
And to summarize it all,
I want to restate a quote I stated earlier because I think it's very important, not only for any listeners, but also for myself. So I just want to say it again because, as I said, I'm not the most positive person myself. So believe me when I say I'm pushing along right with y'all in this path towards mental health, mental progression, and mental clarity. We're on this path together. So here's the quote. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Think about that. I urge all of you, think hard, because I believe that's true. We're going to do it one more time. Check it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So just sit back, lay back, stand up, sit up, push up, whatever you got to do, and just reflect on that. Y'all hear me? I know y'all hear me. Y'all gotta be fucking with me. Y'all all intelligent individuals. After all, y'all did choose to listen to the Negus podcast. So, I believe in y'all. Alright, y'all. So, I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'll holla until next time. Be well, stay safe, and stay positive. Peace out, baby!
Negus, niggas.